Well, Harlan's Lindsey, Sonderman, and Kaia Bieker go 1-2 at Hawkeye 10, lead the Cyclones to another team title. Ladies, just your thoughts on the day?
I'm super proud of us and our team. I feel like we really just pushed and we've been working really hard, so I'm glad that we were able to get this good of a result.
You know, we really use the power of Jesus Christ. We said a prayer before, and our goal was to be super confident in our running and in our team, and I think that's what we did. It was awesome to stay behind her and follow her the whole time, so it was cool.
Kaia, you've been a part of, as a senior, three teams in the last 4 years that have been on top of the conference. When you look back on it, what has that meant to you?
It means everything to me. It was so cool to have my team and to get to look back on those memories, and to have this new team, just amazing group of girls, just means the world to me.
Talk about your races today. What was it that clicked?
I just feel like our team has been now's the time. We've been working really hard, and I feel like we're at our peak, so that's great.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with Lindsey. We've all just been trying to loosen up and trying to have fun as well as focus, and so just all of that really clicked today.
You guys are at the top of nearly every meet you've competed in, you two individually. Do you guys kind of feed off each other a little bit?
Definitely. I feel like it's really, she just helps me a lot during the race, pushing me.
I would agree. I mean, the last mile is hard for me, so that really pushes me. And then the first mile, I like to go out hard. So even in practice every day, I mean, to have Lindsey by my side is really great.
Lindsey, you had a phenomenal start to the year here, maybe kind of your coming out party in terms of high school. What did you learn from them that kind of helped you have the success tonight that you had?
Just to always be positive and never think negative, because that's what will slow you down.
State qualifier next week. What's the approach?
I think we're just going to try to get as many places down there as possible and just to try to do our best.
Yeah, I mean, I think our goal is to aim really high. So.
All right, Coach, another conference title. I think 3 of the last 4, like 4 in the last 10 years for you guys. Just what does it mean?
It's tremendous, especially so close tonight. Only 4 points from what I hear, and it makes it special. Marissa Clint is a former athlete of mine. Now she's coaching the Glenwood girls, so it's kind of special to be able to be so close with that program, and so yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one.
Aside from Lindsey and Kaia going 1-2, where do you feel those 4 points were made?
Well, I thought Ellie Gross and Taylor Bieker really had a good race today. Came on strong in the middle of the race and were able to pretty much hold their positions. A freshman girl, Kaia Anderson, who's just really been improving the last couple of weeks, and she's kind of been a difference maker for us in the last 2 races especially.
Nothing really new out of Lindsey. She's been accustomed to dominant performances this season. What did you see from her that you liked?
Oh, just her tough competitive spirit. Sometimes she's been kind of getting bumped up in the rankings, and it can be a lot of pressure. Almost feels like there's a target on your back, maybe. But she's responded very well. She prepares for races mentally, physically, gets warm, and then she gets to race with Kaia every day in practice. So those two really complement each other very, very well.
3 titles in the last 4 years, and Kaia Bieker's been kind of the element of all of those.
Absolutely, a great leader, very humble. Gets the girls together. She is why you coach this sport. She is just a real gem.
With the success you guys have had, is this kind of maybe a little bit of an unspoken goal even at the start of the year? I don't want to say expectation, but it's probably high on the list, isn't it?
Well, yeah, we go into every season wanting to win a conference title, wanting to qualify for state, and then do as well as we can at state. So, yeah, it's definitely it's on the list every year for sure.
How about next week as we get ready for state qualifying? What do you want to see from your team?
I want to see them rest a little bit. We've been working so hard, and I thought our legs looked a little tired tonight. From this day on, now we can start tapering them back and make sure they're eating plenty of good food and getting plenty of rest and getting their homework done and getting to bed on time.
Well, Glenwood's Bryant Keller takes second at Hawk 10, helps lead his team to a team title on their home course. Bryant, it's a good day. Just your thoughts?
It was really nice weather out today, and just wanted to do good. I felt good today, and training's been really good lately.
Do you feel maybe it was a little advantageous, being on your home course, somewhere that you guys are accustomed to?
Yeah, it really helps knowing all the turns and the slopes and hills and everything, and where everything is at, and yeah.
Your coach told me that I think you go back to the first meet of the year. Granted, it was really hot early in the season. To this meet, I think there was about a minute difference for you. Where do you feel that minute was made up?
I feel like it was definitely in the middle of the race, and I just toughened it out better today than I did the first time, and there's definitely better conditions out.
Talk about your season up to this point. You've been able to put together some strong showings, so what's that been like?
It's been good. Been at the front of most races and just getting better competition this year and going to bigger meets, and yeah.
Team title as well for you guys after a strong showing. What does that mean to go back-to-back?
It means a lot, showing how our good our program is and all our depth. We don't have any seniors, which just shows our future also.
Next week, state qualifying at Lamar's. What's the approach? What's the goals?
The goal is definitely to qualify as a team and just go out and run well and hopefully get top 5.
All right, a conference title for Lewis Central's Ethan Eichhorn and another school record as well. Ethan, you're a conference champ. Just your thoughts?
I want to dedicate this to my buddy Joe. That's been fighting really hard in the hospital this year, and so I want to fight here today. So that means a lot to get the win for him today. And then I ran a lot better here than the first meet of the year when I didn't feel great. So that means a lot to keep improving along season.
What did you take away from that first showing earlier this year? I mean, it was a loaded field. Sioux City North was here. They went 1, 2, 3, 4. But what did you learn from that you were able to parlay into this evening?
Well, it was really hot there, so I think I went out a little quick there and tried to go with them really early. So I kind of figured out how to strategize a lot better here, and it was a lot better weather here this year. So yeah, I think I learned to strategize a lot better this year.
What is the attack to a course like this? It's you start at the bottom of a hill, and then obviously you end down here as well.
Yeah, it's a little weird course because it seems like it's mostly downhill, but you just go out normally like first half, and I really tried to push this uphill like the first one because it's a really long one. That's where you separate a lot, and then I just try to get in rhythm really quick and just stay smooth.
Break your own school record by a couple seconds. What are the thoughts on that?
It feels good, especially getting on the conference course and leading into the postseason, so it feels good to have that.
I'm sure this was one of the goals for you to start the season. Not the only and probably not the biggest, but do you feel like this kind of, puts you on par with where you thought you would be this time of year?
Yeah, I for sure wanted to win this, and then I wanted to help team as much as possible and try to get the team win too. So yeah, it's just getting into what I want to for the goals.
State qualifying next week. How do you try to attack this next week to get you ready for state qualifying?
I got North there again, so it's going to be a really fast race. So yeah, I want to go and compete as much as I can with them and just keep getting up there with them. So yeah, I just go up there and compete.
Ethan, congratulations on conference title.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, back-to-back, I think 3 in the top 7 for you guys today, able to edge Lewis Central for another conference title. Just your thoughts?
Yeah, it was a great race. The course was super fast today. I was surprised, realized it was going to be fast once the middle schoolers, boys came through, and there was a good time on that. So we were excited to see how fast we could run. So it was a good race for everybody today. So,
what was the approach coming in, and how did you guys kind of match up to that approach, so to speak?
Well, we've been training our hardest mile. It's the second mile, and they've been putting some fabulous times in that all season long. So we knew once we got past the first mile, the second mile was going to be where we're going to put the pressure on everybody. And when they came up out of that, we were sitting in a pretty good position. So the JV and varsity guys were sitting in a great spot when they came out of the second mile.
3 in the top 7. Bryant Keller leads the way, coming home second. Speak to obviously how big it was to be able to get points.
Yeah, to win, if you have 3 guys up in the top 7, that's how you end up winning the meets. But Bryant's been improving. I think his time was a minute and almost a minute better than he was at the beginning of the year on this course. So, and it was fast that day. So I'm just really proud of what he's been doing. He's put a lot of effort into it and been improving almost every week. So it's been fun to watch the progress that he's been doing.
Remember when I talked to you at the start of the season, this was obviously a goal. Speak to that, and do you feel like you guys are on par with where you thought you would be at this time of the year?
All right, we've been having a great season, but yet we've had some issues. We've had some ankle injuries. Our number 5 guy's been gone about 3 times. Andrew Smith, today was actually his second varsity race of the year. He had an injury right after our home meet, and he's been recovering, so he's been coming along. But everybody else has been improving, and we've been pushing it hard at all the practices. So I'm very proud of what they've been doing.
Short drive to Lamar's next week for state qualifying. What's the game plan? What's the approach?
I do believe that Bryant's going to be right up there with I can't remember who it is, the top guy, MOC Floyd guy. We'll just see how close we can get to him, and then we just have to match up with their guys, our number 2 against their number 2, and just see how we go all the way down the line. So it's going to be a close race there.